Is WTTC falling apart? Mass exodus of members in progress. The World Travel and Tourism Council needs to be resilient now. This is an emergency for WTTC as a pioneer in bringing the global private travel and tourism industry together, and the companies behind it. Just 2 days ago, eTurbo News was asking if WTTC and its CEO were in trouble? The answer to the troubling question unfortunately is a big yes. On March 27, eTurbo News had predicted that Vice Chair Manfredi Lefebvre would be the next chairman for WTTC. At that time, the election for chairman recommendation was expected at a board meeting that took place in April. The election was taken off the agenda by the CEO for the April board meeting, leaving the recommendation for chairman open. The next WTTC summit is scheduled in Rwanda for September, where the confirmation for the next chairman will be decided. This was reported on eTurbo News earlier this week. Today, Manfredi Lefebvre, together with his two companies Abercrombie Kent and Silver Seas Cruises, cancelled their membership and resigned from the World Travel and Tourism Council in a surprise development. Mr. Lefebvre was also the Africa chair and instrumental in bringing the first WTTC summit to Rwanda later this year. His resignation could mean dark clouds may be on the horizon for the 2023 summit in Rwanda. A cancellation of the Rwanda summit may be a tsunami for the African travel and tourism world. American Express Corporate Travel, a key member in WTTC, also said goodbye. eTurbo News was told about a list of 20 members. According to a whistleblower, these members already decided to resignation as members. Such announcements may be forthcoming as early as next week. This may trigger an even bigger avalanche. For many years, stakeholders and governments in the tourism world accepted WTTC was speaking for the private industry, while the World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, was representing governments, the public sector. If the current exodus in WTTC continues, it may very well be fatal for the organization. A major shift on how public and private partnerships in travel and tourism may be the result. Under the current WTTC CEO Julia Simpson, the interaction between private and public sector was already outsourced. According to Inside Information, WTTC CEO Julia Simpson and Virginia Messina, SVP Advocacy and Communication, are being seen by many of treating members and staff disrespectful. Manipulation, incompetence, LGBTQ discrimination, bullying, are some of the trigger words heard. Obviously, WTTC lost its direction. Some say the organization became too British and can no longer operate as a global player. Perhaps with Julian Simpson as a board member of the London Chamber of Commerce and Industry, LCCI, there is a conflict of interest. According to the London Chamber of Commerce and Industry, LCCI, they are the very centre of London's business community. LCCI supports their members, make connections to spark new opportunity, and champion the needs and interests of London businesses at home and abroad. At a time when unity in the travel and tourism industry is more important than ever, this unity seems to be falling apart at WTTC in London. The current chairman for WTTC is Arnold Donald, former president and chief executive officer of Carnival Corporation, the world's largest leisure travel company, since July 2013. Mr. Donald has not taken a stand yet. It remains unclear if he is planning to step in. eTurbo News will stay on this developing story.